When looking for the one, we all want something different. Some want reliability, others look for excitement. Some like stylish, others go for sporty, compact, or cargo space. You know we're talking about your perfect BMW certified vehicle, right? With 100% genuine BMW parts, the BMW certified warranty, and a nationwide dealer network, your ultimate match might just be the ultimate certified machine. Take advantage of exceptional offers on all 2019 through 2022 models.
Heads up, folks. Interest rates are falling. But as of September 23rd, 2024, you can still lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account at public.com. That's a pretty big deal, because when rates drop, so can the interest you earn on your cash. A bond account allows you to lock in a 6% or higher yield with a diversified portfolio of high yield and investment grade corporate bonds. So while other people are watching their returns shrink, you can sit back with regular interest payments. But you might want to act fast, because your yield is not locked in until you invest. The good news? It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up at public.com. Lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account. Only at public.com. Brought to you by Public Investing. Member FINRA and SIPC. Yield to worst is not guaranteed. Not an investment recommendation. All investing involves risk. Visit public.com/disclosures for more info.
Christopher Media. Let's make some noise. From Asthmacore Studios near Detroit, Michigan.
Oh, man.
It's the Weedsman Podcast.
I have no idea what's going on.
And now,
you have smoked yourself retarded.
Here are the Weedsmen.
You want to get high?
Welcome to the Weedsman Podcast. I'm Chris.
I'm Aaron. Welcome back, y'all.
I got on my little elf hat with jingle bells on it.
Yeah. Officially Christmas season.
Yeah.
It's officially Christmas weather.
Yeah, fuck that. We are in the part of the country where they're showing, like, on the, you're seeing the weather map where they're showing all the blue. We're in part of that. And it sucks.
We didn't get the ton of snow that even other places in Michigan. I imagine, well, you used to live in Kalamazoo.
Yeah.
The other side of the state gets a lot more snow.
Oh, yeah.
Coming off of Lake Michigan.
Oh, yeah. As usual, it's getting hammered.
Yeah. So, like, the snow was it was just a dusting. But, Jesus Christ, just a thin layer of snow that melted just a little bit before the sun went down and then just froze over. Everywhere. Friday night, there were so many fucking accidents.
158 accidents.
It was impossible to get traction anywhere. I just went to my friend's house, like a mile away, and I had to take side roads the whole way.
And the police said 150 of the 158 were preventable.
They could have, they were out there just doing nothing.
Well, they said it's the same thing they see every first snowfall. It's people going too fast or people following too close.
Yep.
And it's the same every first snow. It's like we all got to be reminded, like, oh yeah, snow. This is what we do.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was out there driving on Friday. It was delightful.
It's probably mostly people in big trucks getting in these accidents. And, with four-wheel drive and everything, they just think that they're fucking bulletproof.
I'll tell you, it's someone who's out driving, it's everybody. It's anyone who's got all-wheel drive thinks, oh, I can do 90. No, you can't.
Yeah. Yeah, you have better traction. Better traction doesn't mean shit against a sheet of ice.
Yeah,
we all have shitty traction on ice.
The whole car slips, not just two wheels.
Yeah.
We have all-wheel.
So I was going to say filming this. I don't know why. We're recording this on December 3rd. And I don't know if you knew this, but this is the date that Cliff High, great name, has predicted that we will contact aliens.
Are we talking aliens right now?
Clock's ticking, but it's still relatively early.
Can we get them on the podcast?
We've got about 4 hours. That's still in December 3rd to make some contact.
Oh, well, that means California's got 7.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's just here. Yeah. California's got plenty of time.
Hawaii's got 10.
That's probably where they're going to go, You'd go to California if you're just going to visit America, right? You want to see Hollywood.
Right.
And Vegas is, like, right there. No, do you know who Cliff High is?
I do not.
He is a computer scientist and linguist. And apparently he has, he's really good at prediction models. So, he has a prediction model is called WebBot, a computer program that allows individuals to predict future events by tracking keywords on the internet. Monitors internet chatter, including articles, blogs, forums, and more, according to the Telegraph.
Side note, yikes. The things this bot has seen.
Yeah. Hai created the program in 1997 with his partner George Uri. U-R-E. Uri.
Oh, since 97 it's been doing this?
Yeah.
Good God.
But he said he developed his theory regarding the war between humans and aliens in 2009. It's got to be a war? Oh, shit. Yeah, apparently it's...
If this was a chat bot, it would just be, make it stop. Make it stop.
This is, so what it's predicting is that we will make some sort of contact today, and that eventually, over an indeterminate amount of time, eventually it will end in melee of some sort.
Well, I mean, look who we just elected. It tracks.
Yeah. I mean, well, first of all, we're assuming they land in the U.S., so I don't know.
We're going to make the Earth great again. Yeah, but aliens shows up. Aliens show up, right? Who on the who do you think the planet's looking at first? Hey, you guys with the big ass military.
He spoke in a YouTube, this Cliff High dude, spoke in a YouTube video about his model's prediction known as the 39 Days to Melee, that said a battle between humans and aliens in the sky would occur 39 days after a trigger incited the incident. What High calls the temporal marker was podcaster Joe Rogan's interview with President-elect Donald Trump on October 25th.
Okay, so 39 days after 25th. Okay, so
no, yeah, that's what they're saying. That's why they're saying December 3rd.
Oh, today would be the day.
The 39th day.
Oh.
Yes. I said, so we're going to have some kind of weird confrontation, visible contention, which we could probably call and term combat in the skies that will show up, and it'll show up at a predictable point, which is probably something over a month. We'll put it down to 30 days or 39 days or something. No, so this is just the end of his window. Over a month. Why 30 days, 39 days? I'd just say around a month. Like, if you really predict this and you're a couple days off, no one's going to throw your algorithm into the trash. It sounds like when you want to be taken seriously, but you don't actually have facts, so you do precise numbers.
I mean, like 40 days and 40 nights?
No, that's like nice even numbers.
Or 6 feet?
Did we even have the same calendar back then?
When looking for the one, we all want something different. Some want reliability, others look for excitement. Some like stylish, others go for sporty, compact, or cargo space. You know we're talking about your perfect BMW certified vehicle, right? With 100% genuine BMW parts, the BMW certified warranty, and a nationwide dealer network, your ultimate match might just be the ultimate certified machine.
Take advantage of exceptional offers on all 2019 through 2022 models.
Heads up, folks. Interest rates are falling. But as of September 23rd, 2024, you can still lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account at public.com. That's a pretty big deal, because when rates drop, so can the interest you earn on your cash. A bond account allows you to lock in a 6% or higher yield with a diversified portfolio of high yield and investment grade corporate bonds. So while other people are watching their returns shrink, you can sit back with regular interest payments. But you might want to act fast, because your yield is not locked in until you invest. The good news? It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up at public.com. Lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account, only at public.com. Brought to you by Public Investing, member FINRA and SIPC. Yield to worst is not guaranteed. Not an investment recommendation. All investing involves risk. Visit public.com/disclosures for more info.
We've been operating off this calendar for 2,000 years or less. I don't know.
2000. What's supposed to be after AD? It's all supposed to be after the death of Christ, right?
Right, I know, but I'm just wondering. Like, I'm assuming the calendar was the same. I don't know. When did we start?
After we nailed Jeebus, so 20.
No, I know that's when we reset the years.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing. I don't know when like BC and all that crap started.
Well, right before. It was literally the second, like,
right.
It was BC, and then you had New Year's Eve, and you went,
so then what are the
Happy AD, everybody!
So what are the 33 years between nailing Jesus to the cross and BC? Just, hey, how's it going?
No, there is no gap. What are you talking about? Why would there be a gap? It would still be...
It's all based on Jesus, right?
Right, but it was after his death.
Yeah.
Right, so that's just the, that's the 30, point.
What's...
It's not... It's still BC.
Years? So while he's alive, it's BC?
Before Christ and after death were mnemonic devices that we were taught to help us remember which one was which. That's not the actual names of it. So they didn't name it before Christ. Because, I mean, you're right. It does sound like before he was born. But I don't think that's what it literally means. Before the death of Christ might be more... What are we doing? Sabotage?
I'm trying to play Hole in the Sky because we're talking about aliens, but my YouTube
is this the live version? What's Hole in the Sky?
Black Sabbath.
I don't. Oh, okay.
So the aliens are coming to kill us?
No, I mean...
Is it happening on January 21st?
Why on the 20... Oh, yeah.
For shits and giggles, is that 39 days from now?
I don't know. As December 23rd, 2024 approaches, and we're here, observers are keen to see if the predicted events align with Cliff High's forecast. However, it's essential to approach such predictions with discernment, recognizing the speculative nature of these methodologies.
39 days from now is January 11th, so...
No, the 39 days are up.
Well, I was just doing it for shits and giggles.
Oh, okay. I don't think, 39 is... It was just something that he threw out on a podcast, apparently. I don't know why... I wonder what makes him think that it would be a conflict if we made contact with aliens. Well, first of all, I mean, I can understand how internet chatter would allow you to predict some things, and I don't know why this guy is not using it. I mean, maybe he is. Maybe he's using this to play the stock market. That seems like the easiest thing that I would do with a prediction model that actually worked. But how do you, not just that we will encounter aliens, but to know how that interaction with aliens would play out, how can you predict that? Like, I can see,
maybe Trump's the guy who gets a hold of him first.
No, look, I'm not saying that I can't see how it could go wrong. What I'm saying is, what about the internet, all the information in the internet could actually predict what's not just an event in the future, but how that event is going to play out?
Maybe the hubristic action of humans in general that it's picked up on? I mean, I'm just spitballing here.
So it's...
that humans are going to be like, something different than us. Get it!
It's the that's 2 decades. It's the 2 decades of combing the internet that has no faith in humanity and humanity's ability to handle any kind of contact with aliens without it coming to war.
Well, no, it's wired into us to be like, hey, look, something different. Get it? Like, that's like...
But that the prediction model knows that?
If it's been monitoring the internet since 1997, probably.
Again, I'm not questioning humans. Humans are dumb. We'll probably do something. I'm questioning how can this prediction model come up with that just from things that have happened in the past. I don't know. It sounds like an assumption.
Well, kind of like the principle of like AI is like it knows what you feed it.
Yeah. Yeah, it sounds like it works exactly like AI. Pentagon report released last month revealed that hundreds of new incidents involving unidentified aerial phenomena have been reported. Well, they stress that they have discovered no evidence of extraterrestrial beings, activity, or technology. Well, they're not confirming anything.
That's what they want you to think, man.
Yeah, apparently there was a big UFO report last month, another one. I think that they release these at times when they know nobody's going to be paying attention to it.
Yeah, we were busy with the election. Yeah. The last one was during, the summer of 2020. We were a little busy then, a little preoccupied.
Yeah, the next one's going to drop in February when no, it'll never happen in February because nothing's going on.
Yeah.
Although, what's in this report, apparently, the one that came out last month, it's over 100 incidents, but what it is or hundreds of instances is actually what they're saying. It's every case that was reported to them as a UFO. And so, most of it's bird, balloon, plane,
Northern
balloon,
Lights.
another bird.
Yeah.
Yeah, more Northern Lights. That one's a satellite. That's your thumb. And some of them
you took a lot of acid.
And some of them, they don't know what it is. Right. Lay off the drugs.
Yeah. Oh, you saw a UFO after you left Burning Man, you say? Oh, interesting. On your way home after 4 days of Burning Man, you say you saw a UFO. We're going to get right on that.
I know a couple of guys who claim to have encountered a UFO leaving a rave. Yeah.
Yeah.
You should have seen the one that was at the party. You should have stayed.
Yeah.
It was an even bigger UFO there.
Oh, you've been in the woods doing mushrooms for 3 days and you thought you saw Bigfoot, huh? You don't say.
The Greys, the alien.
When looking for the one, we all want something different. Some want reliability, others look for excitement. Some like stylish, others go for sporty, compact, or cargo space. We're talking about your perfect BMW certified vehicle, right? With 100% genuine BMW parts, the BMW certified warranty, and a nationwide dealer network, your ultimate match might just be the ultimate certified machine.
Take advantage of exceptional offers on all 2019 through 2022 models.
Listen up, folks. Time could be running out to lock in a historic yield at Public.com. As of September 23rd, 2024, you can lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account. But here's the thing. The Federal Reserve just announced a big rate cut, and the plan is for more rate cuts this year and in 2025 as well. That's good news if you're looking to buy a home, but it might not be so good for the interest you earn on your cash. So, if you want to lock in a 6% or higher yield with a diversified portfolio of high yield and investment-grade bonds, you might want to act fast. The good news? It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up at Public.com. And once you lock in your yield, you can earn regular interest payments even as rates decline. Lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account at Public.com. But hurry, your yield is not locked in until you invest. Brought to you by Public Investing, member FINRA and SIPC. Yield to worst is not guaranteed. Not an investment recommendation. All investing involves risk. Visit Public.com/disclosures for more info.
Close Encounters types of aliens, the skinny with the big eyes and the smooth skin.
Yes.
Yeah. That was pretty much what Mr. Burns was doing. He looked like one of the Greys, the aliens. I don't know if you've seen the meme, but it's like a painting that somebody did too. It's a really nice painting. And it's a couple, a Grey, an alien, and a chimpanzee. And the chimpanzee's holding a human child. They've got their arms around each other, and it's just captioned, "Y'all ain't ready to have this conversation." I was like, you win. That's meme of the year, man. That's an evergreen meme. So you're crazy if I think I didn't steal that shit. The Wicked movie is still plowing through theaters. Lots of people into that.
It dawned on me. I know it. I realized what Wicked is.
Yeah, it's Oz sequel.
Well, other than that.
Oh, okay. What is it then?
It's Jesus Christ Superstar for chicks.
Yeah, that's just it's just an updated Jesus Christ Superstar. But yeah, does tend to predominantly be for chicks.
Because Jesus Christ Superstar was the whole the last week of Jesus' life through the eyes of Judas.
Yeah.
And this is what? This is the story of Wizard of Oz story through what? The eyes of the Wicked Witch of the West?
Yeah, I guess it's kind of explaining her story And I don't know, whatever. Like, we need that. It's been a whole trend. Actually, I think Wicked might have started this trend because it started with the book and then it went to a Broadway show and now it's a movie. So it's been a long time since the book came out, I think. So I think they kind of started this trend that Disney then immediately jumped on, and they're like, oh, we can make movies about all the villains too? Great. Let's do that.
Well, I mean, I have no idea. I mean, have they even done a Thanos origin story yet in the whole Avengers universe?
Well, it's kind of different in the comics because there's so many comics that, yes, villains get their own comics all the time, sometimes even long-running ones. In the movies, yeah, I can't imagine. Well, I take that back, huh? Sony has made like a whole series of films based on villain characters. And even though like the Venom movies, he's not really ever portrayed as a villain. It's like you've got kind of a loser guy that pairs up with an alien that doesn't understand that it's not okay to just eat everyone that you meet. But it's not like I'm not saying that we shouldn't like or that we don't like stories about villains or this is some new phenomenon. It's more what gets to me because, like, look at a lot of one of the most popular shows in recent history, like Breaking Bad, The Sopranos. Those are villains. Those are lead characters that kill, that lie to people, that cheat, that steal, that do everything that villains do in the movies, hurt other people.
Yeah, you could argue in the first 2 or 3 episodes of Breaking Bad, Walter White got his fucking cancer money. Like,
he got it quick, and it became about something else.
He just kept going
very quickly. By the end of season 1, it was no longer about money. It was something about his pride. It was about power. It was about control. That's what it was. It was it was about a person who had lost control over everything of his life, and now this cancer comes in and it's going to take over. And he was like, fuck all that. Nobody's telling me what to do anymore.
Perhaps when you're buying a car wash, it doesn't maybe, hey, maybe this is going too far.
Yeah.
I'm now buying a car wash.
So anyway.
Yeah, sorry.
That was all to say that what really peeves me about this is that rather than creating, like, I'm all for expanding IP, just create more. But they keep digging at the same thing over and over again, the same characters. And it's just, if the story of Oz is very broad, it's very, very broad. And it's kind of a unique, like, the movie, it's the experience of a young girl. We don't need backstories on everybody
having
else.
A fever dream.
It's a complete fantasy.
Is there another Wicked book? I mean, because...
Oh, I think there was a series of them.
Yeah, I mean, like, the cash cow that this thing is...
Well, there's another movie coming. This was just part one.
As much money as they're making off of this, there isn't a sequel. They're gonna write one.
Yeah. I think there's a number of books. I don't know. Merchandising, all of it. As a matter of fact, they put out... there's... Bart, what are we watching here?
I'm trying to play The Wiz. Fuck Wicked. The Wiz has better music. But I've managed to bring up the movie version that's got this stupid lead up with Michael and Diana.
Better music. Worse acting. So, there's... As part of the marketing for the Wicked, they've released Barbie dolls that are dressed like the characters, the Wicked Witches.
All right, so who's pissed?
Every parent of a child who went to the website listed on the packaging.
Oh,
Wicked.com.
Yeah.
Which the actual website...
Nobody vets anything anymore.
No, yeah. I blame spell check. They just figure if spell check didn't catch it, it's fine. It's going to be even worse now with having AI do all of our spell checking and grammar. We're going to, like so many things are going to fly past us.
But, like, the intern who wrote this, or the entry-level employee who wrote this, didn't go to a web browser and just go, hey, real quick,
I think ultimately
Wicked.com.
that might. I think that's excusable. I think at some point I'm sure with stuff like this, like you have to show it to your clients a lot. And this is what it's going to look like, and here's the packaging, and here's a final thing before we put it out. I'm sure a lot of eyeballs glazed right over the Wicked.com. Yeah, unfortunately, the porn site got there long ago, and they had to take wickedmovie.com, but that's not what got printed on the packaging.
I'm sure some of the dads were thankful. Oh, hey, I went to the site. It was for the doll. Got a couple of dads out of trouble.
One South Carolina resident, right, is launching a class action lawsuit after purchasing the toy for a young daughter who visited the X-rated site that had, quote, nothing to do with the Wicked doll.
Absolutely not. Yeah. Well, I mean, I bet there's maybe perhaps a Wizard of Oz type.
There might be. There's probably
scenario.
some cosplaying Dorothy's in there. There might even be some actual Barbie dolls being inserted somewhere.
You might even see a lion's balls. I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, if I only had a boner.
Right.
If I only got some ass.
The Tin Man, that just sounds like it's in the gay section.
Right. The Tin Man, they came across him all stiff, and they're like, oh, we got to lube you up.
Like, yeah, you do.
Get you moving.
You damn right you do.
Grab that oil can that says KY on it.
Yeah. Don't you need oil? Don't worry about it.
Now, you're not a squirter, are you? Because I rust easily. And also, I heard it's pee. The endless argument. It'll never be settled online. People are arguing right now over whether it's pee that comes out when a woman squirts or not.
People argue with doctors.
Like,
that's what blows my mind. People are like, person will be a gynecologist telling them, they're like, no, you're wrong. Like, oh, all right. I would just like,
I don't know. Like, have you ever tasted it? So like, I've tasted pee, not on purpose, but so I know the difference. It didn't taste like pee. I was actually just watching an episode of Nathan For You where he convinces this gas station owner to do a rebate program. And the trick is that nobody will take the rebate because they have to make a hike up the mountain. And then some people are like, I hike, let's go up the mountain. And then he's like, all right. So he has to take these people up the mountain. He takes like half a dozen people. Most of them drop out. And then he's left with 3 people that end up staying the night on the mountain. He's like, it's actually in the rebate form that you guys have. Says you have to answer a bunch of riddles, and he just keeps trying to make it harder and harder. And then so they end up.
This is all for gas.
And it'll show up that it's like the middle of the night, and this woman screaming about, I just want my rebate. And it shows like her name and the rebate amount of $16.42. Like, you went up a mountain and stayed the night for that? Yeah. That wouldn't even get me up the mountain.
At some point, your time is worth something.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what he said. He said, I thought that, at the end of it, he's like, I really thought that I wouldn't find people who had so much time on their hands that they would waste it on this stupid rebate, but here we are.
Yeah. Like today. Like, I bought new shoes today.
Yeah.
And I'm me. I'm not going to pay top dollar if I don't have to.
Oh, yeah. I never do.
Well, I ended up lucking out. It ended up being like, there was like literally 7 places all within, like, just all right by each other. But I actually
had what you wanted?
That had shoes, and I was like...
I had shoes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just not picking it all. You're just like, shoes. Just something to strap onto my feet.
Well, no. I need, like, new tennis shoes.
Yeah, okay.
Like, and I was thinking, well, like...
Right.
I go to the gym every day.
If you have a mall by you, you have like 10 places just in the mall.
And I was thinking, like...
That's what keeps those malls alive is tennis shoes.
This is the first time in my life I'm sitting there thinking, like, oh, I have a purpose for these. Like, I go to the gym every day. I should probably, like, actually, like, put some thought into this. And actually, I was actually searching out a pair of shoes. But actually did the thought of, like, all right, how much time am I going to spend going around to all these places? And I figured out, like, there's a certain amount I better be saving, otherwise this is a waste of time for me.
Right.
Like, what am I making in an hour at work versus I'm going to spend an hour going around to, like, these 7 places?
Yeah.
And, you know, I came out on the other end. I saved $30. But, yeah, but it was, I sat there and it's like, okay, at some point this turns into a...
Right. You could, well, it's like...
It turns into diminishing returns.
Like when you're getting gas and you're like, I'm just going to keep driving and find a place that...
Yeah.
Sells cheap, and you find like a place that's 10 cents cheaper, and you wasted $2-3 gas getting there.
Yeah.
And you're like, what did you actually save then? $1?
Right.
$1.25?
Mm-hmm.
So, why was I talking about that? So they were staying the night on the mountain, right? And they all started like sharing. You know, the one guy's talking about his divorce, and he's like, I got divorced 25 years ago. Haven't talked to her in 23 years. Still wear the wedding ring. I'm like,
whoa,
my dude,
let it go.
What are you doing?
Yeah, it's over.
Unless that ring actually helps you pull, like,
yeah, it's over, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so you haven't talked to her for 23 years and you still wear the ring?
Yeah, and you're just hoping that, well, what if I run into her and then I can show her that I still have the ring on?
My wedding ring was off before I filed the divorce papers.
So, but this same guy also started talking about, I don't know, he started talking about alternative medicine, and then it turned into drinking urine. And he's like, yeah, you know, there's certain alternative medicine providers that will, you know, for certain situations would recommend you drinking your own urine. And so then late when he goes back to the gas station attendant, he comes back to him with the rebate box from the mountain. And he actually lied to everyone and told them there was no box, and they just went home. He's like, but the real thing is that we all made friends, and they all agreed for some dumb reason. They left, and then they showed the box. So he shows up with the rebate box, and it's just...
When looking for the one, we all want something different. Some want reliability, others look for excitement. Some like stylish, others go for sporty, compact, or cargo space. You know we're talking about your perfect BMW certified vehicle, right? With 100% genuine BMW parts, the BMW certified warranty, and a nationwide dealer network, your ultimate match might just be the ultimate certified machine.
Take advantage of exceptional offers on all 2019 through 2022 models.
Listen up, folks. Time could be running out to lock in a historic yield at Public.com. As of September 23rd, 2024, you can lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account. But here's the thing. The Federal Reserve just announced a big rate cut, and the plan is for more rate cuts this year and in 2025 as well. That's good news if you're looking to buy a home, but it might not be so good for the interest you earn on your cash. So, if you want to lock in a 6% or higher yield with a diversified portfolio of high yield and investment-grade bonds, you might want to act fast. The good news? It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up at Public.com. And once you lock in your yield, you can earn regular interest payments even as rates decline. Lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account at Public.com. But hurry, your yield is not locked in until you invest. Brought to you by Public Investing, member FINRA SIPC. Yield to worst is not guaranteed. Not an investment recommendation. All investing involves risk. Visit Public.com/disclosures for more info.
That's him. It's just Nathan Fielder. He's the only one with a rebate in there. And the guy looks at him like, oh, you want me to give you your rebate? Okay, here's your $16. But he starts telling him about how the friends that he made on the mountain, and this guy telling him about drinking pee, and he's like, this gas station attendant, I don't know what his nationality is, like some Eastern European, right? And he's like, oh yeah. And Nathan's like, you've heard of this? He's like, yeah, my grandma tell me to drink my grandchild's pee if I am fearful. That's literally what he said. And he's like, if you're fearful, yeah, you know, if you're afraid, you drink a young child's pee.
Whoa.
He's like, oh, so it's any young child? And he's like, oh, it has to be under 5.
Did he just like slowly back away at this point? Like, I'm going to get in the car.
Doubling down. Oh, Nathan, yeah.
All right, spent the night on the mountain. Now I'm getting the fuck out of here.
So that was a new one. It's kind of amazing because in almost every situation, Nathan is the weird one. He's the one making he's making the conversation weird. He's just acting weird. He's saying things that are insane, but with a straight face. And then this guy like starts talking about drinking the piss of children under 5, and you just see him break. And he's like, what? Like, what are you talking about?
Is this show still on? Did they reboot it? Or
I don't
you just
think
watching the rerun?
I never watched it initially. So, like, yeah, it's on Max. And
oh, yeah, no, that show was... I saw maybe like half of the first season.
That's the most cringy show I've ever seen.
Like, I think that was part of why I stopped watching it, was like some of the situations. I was like, dude.
I don't think that anybody does that better than Nathan Fielder. Like, not even fucking Sacha Baron Cohen. Like, he just has a special talent to usually not break. And even then, he didn't completely break character, but you saw it, like, the roles flip. Well, where he's he was playing the role of everybody that he usually talks to. Like, what are you talking about?
The difference between him and Sacha Baron Cohen, Sacha Baron Cohen was always doing it as a character. Nathan's just always Nathan.
Yeah.
He's just always that guy.
Mm-hmm. What was the show? Was it Disclosure on Apple TV? That's Sacha Baron Cohen is in that, playing just a normal role. He's playing a dude. He's playing a piece of shit dude, but he's a total fucking wet noodle.
He's going against type, spreading his chops or whatever.
I mean, he was convincing. He wasn't super dynamic, but he was convincing.
Bring back Ali G.
Yeah. Stephen King is shutting down his 3 radio stations in Maine. Finally.
Can't make any money.
I think, well, he just said in general that he was kind of he's getting up there in age. And he's just, he's got a lot of hoses going into the bucket. And it's time to pare things down. Maybe sell some shit off. And
that is something I do want to do in retirement.
And probably also for somebody like him who just the guy's like filthy rich. So like there's probably a lot of things that he's dumping money into, and he's like, why am I doing this? Like for us, it's like, oh, I've still subscribed to that, fucking weird music app that I wanted to try out, and I've been paying for it for a year.
He's like, I still own 3 radio stations.
Yeah, it's like, I still own a radio station, so you own 3 radio stations?
Yeah. In 2024?
Why did somebody let me buy 3 radio stations? How fucking high was I?
Yeah. Was this when I was drinking?
So yeah, it sounds like he's, I don't know, I mean, he's a writer. He's not really retiring, but just, maybe downsizing a little bit.
I do want to do that in retirement if they still exist, is buy a small market radio station.
Yeah.
And run it. Like a super small market. Like,
right.
Not even rated.
Right. Because those will be the last to die. Like, you could be fucking Chris in the Morning on Northern Exposure.
Yeah.
Right? Like, 200 people rely on you. Mm-hmm. And that's it. Doing ads for the fucking hardware store down the street. That would be dope, man. Yeah. That's not a bad idea. Somebody's got to do it.
My lady's in on it, too.
Yeah?
She's a radio person, too.
Yeah?
But, I don't know. We're talking about terrestrial radio still existing and, like...
Yeah.
Dude, I give it 20 years, man. The way we knew and grew up with it, with the tower and the wires, like 20 years.
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe.
If Joe Rogan had the ratings the number 1 station in Detroit has, he'd fucking kill himself.
No doubt. I mean, it'll continue to change. Will it go away completely? Will broadcasting go away completely? I mean, we're still broadcasting television. We're still in cable.
No, I'm not saying... No, we're always going to be, whether it's audio or video, it's always going to be... But I'm saying how we knew it with the tower, that way is going to go bye-bye. Anything involving,
maybe,
like, hardware, like anything...
I think it might hold out longer than
anything
that,
that broadcasts a signal is going to go bye-bye before we are in the ground. It's all going to be digital. It's all going to be forced out that way.
Yeah. Maybe. Like if we actually get a worldwide satellite system like Musk wants to do, then maybe. But even then, like, I mean, think about all those people up in Canada, in Alaska, who have unreliable or shitty cell phone and internet. Like, they're probably still relying on the radio a lot. And they're not just,
But, I mean, if they got unreliable radio and internet, that stuff's cable-based. I mean, you think the wires for radio and television are up there?
No, I think the radio and cable television are the reliable options. I mean, that's what my parents do. They listen to the radio and... Well, I guess they do. Yeah, they do.
They're in the demographics.
Yeah, right.
They're the demographic that's left that's still watching linear TV and listening to the radio.
Right, but I think this. There's a big portion of this that does rely on demographics, no doubt. A dying off demographic.
Your parents are still in the age group that go, hey, what time is that on?
An age demographic. But there's a location demographic that I don't think is going to go away. So I don't know. It's interesting. I mean, what does the military use now for communication?
Right.
Like, I know they have satellites that they can do, but I think most of their, like, in-field communication is still radio. Not saying that it's exactly the same as, like, broadcast radio, but it's still the same essential technology. You may be right. I'm not arguing with you. I'm not saying that you're wrong, but I think that, I just think it has, like, as a technology, it's still got a lot more use than people give it credit for. What was it? The CEO of Warner Brothers Discovery stepped down, retired, and
I wonder why.
On her way out, she said that we've got to stop calling ourselves cable. We've got to stop talking about cable. Like we talk, I work in cable and our business is cable. Like this is not. It's just first of all, it's just a fucking wire, right? She also says what we do is create content. I'm like, ugh.
But they're not wrong.
Yeah, well, fucking Discovery Network, that's all quote unquote content. That's all it is fucking filler bullshit.
Yeah.
I just thought it was I mean, again, she's on her way out, she's retiring, she's, of our parents' demo. But like the word content, that was like hot for like 6 months. And then everyone quickly, it has the connotation of nothing, right? Like if you're putting out content, you're just putting together something to release, to have something to put on the air or put on the streamer or whatever. You don't even care what it is. It's got a very negative connotation. Jay-Z's cannabis brand Monogram. Remember we talked about him and his super high-end cannabis with $50 for a blunt.
Let me guess, it's failing.
It's failing. Celebrated as a savvy businessman. Yeah, and he is, right? For somebody as business savvy as he is, to sell weed seems like a no-brainer. Like you've already got your fan base that will automatically I'll check out Jay-Z's joints. But you priced them all out of it.
Yeah.
Like who's going to pay $50 for, like some people, but enough people are going to want to smoke a $50 blunt to keep you in business.
Brand when the whole company is. Yeah. Dude, I read the story the other day about how rich people shop at Walmart now. Wrong, shitty timing.
Yeah, bad timing on that, definitely. And also, cannabis is a volume business.
Yeah. Which, by the way, last week we hit the all-time low for cannabis prices here in Michigan.
Yeah. Yeah, it just keeps plummeting. Man, the Black Friday deals were just insane.
Oh, yeah.
I was cleaning up. I was surprising them. I'm like, I want 2 of these, 2 of those, 2 of those. And they're like, oh, wow, these are cheap. I'm like, yeah, that's why I'm getting them.
I bought 2 cartridges, and they gave me a third one. I said, all right, cool. I was just here for 2. But I did make sure I went on, Wednesday, because they were hitting you up all week going, hey, come on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. Those are the days to come this week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Those are their sale. Why not just do a sale all week?
Or no, it was Friday when I went.
Black Friday?
Yeah. I don't know. It was one of the I bought 2.
Yeah, that was
and they said, hey, you get a third one. I said, oh.
That was the only place I went on Black Friday. I was like, going to the dispensary. Monogram's website lists 9 retailers across California and Arizona. That's another one of your problems right there. Or maybe just nobody wants it because they're like, how are we going to sell $50 joints?
Also probably would help if he could go out and maybe promote it, but he can't because he's hiding right now because he's friends with Diddy.
Right. Because he knows some shit. He's seen some shit.
You seen Beyonce out. You ain't seen him out.
Yeah, Beyonce was like, I told him that dude was shady. I got nothing to hide. Also, is that still his current look? The dreadlocks? Not into it.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever. You do you. I'm not trying to judge. But you look like a Star Wars alien.
Right. It's like that hair Whoopi had back in the 80s.
Right. Yeah, those really thick dreads.
Trying to act like he's some great philanthropist now. Buddy, you were a drug dealer.
Well, it almost makes sense in the way that, like, you see how liquor brands can blow up in the hip-hop world, right? And, you know, people want... But the thing is, you smoke a joint, it goes up in smoke, it stinks up the place, they all smell the same pretty much, right?
If I buy a $50 joint, I better be able to, like, hit that bitch once and be like... I better take like a week to smoke that thing.
Well, it should also be like 3 foot long neon and blaring because you want everyone to know that, hey, dude, I'm smoking a $50 joint here. Because that's what, like, when you get the bottle of the expensive champagne or whatever, vodka or liquor, you know, it goes on the table in the big bucket of ice, sitting up there for everybody to see. This is what we're drinking, right? That is what you're paying for. That's why you're paying thousands of dollars sometimes.
And those of us who are less classy, you're definitely saving the bottle when you're done too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just saying.
Yeah, I mean, that is part of it.
Look what I drank one time.
And you can't really do that. You can't, first of all, what club can you go out there and totally just out in the open light up a joint? I'm sure people smoke in clubs, but they do it, you know, in the bathroom or they just go out in the back alley.
Well, people now just vape everywhere.
Yeah, exactly.
I got a friend who tells me about his job. He says everyone just openly just vapes all the time.
Oh, yeah? Where does he work?
When looking for the one, we all want something different. Some want reliability, others look for excitement. Some like stylish, others go for sporty, compact, or cargo space. You know we're talking about your perfect BMW certified vehicle, right? With 100% genuine BMW parts, the BMW certified warranty, and a nationwide dealer network, your ultimate match might just be the ultimate certified machine.
Take advantage of exceptional offers on all 2019 through 2022 models.
Listen up, folks. Time could be running out to lock in a historic yield at Public.com. As of September 23rd, 2024, you can lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account. But here's the thing. The Federal Reserve just announced a big rate cut, and the plan is for more rate cuts this year and in 2025 as well. That's good news if you're looking to buy a home, but it might not be so good for the interest you earn on your cash. So, if you want to lock in a 6% or higher yield with a diversified portfolio of high yield and investment grade bonds, you might want to act fast. The good news? It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up at Public.com. And once you lock in your yield, you can earn regular interest payments even as rates decline. Lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account at Public.com. But hurry, your yield is not locked in until you invest. Brought to you by Public Investing, member FINRA and SIPC. Yield to worst is not guaranteed. Not an investment recommendation. All investing involves risk. Visit Public.com/disclosures for more info.
I'm not at liberty to
Okay.
say. It would divulge. it would divulge the person's identity.
Yes.
It's not me. We'll take that off the table.
Yeah. I have to sneak mine in the bathroom like a criminal.
Well, too, don't you work from home half the time still,
I
too?
do, yeah.
Yeah. Well,
I only go into the office 2 days a week. So
sneaking into your own bathroom?
don't cry for me, Argentina. I vape way too much when I'm working at home. I got to cut down. Oh, poor Elton John says he's lost his eyesight. I don't know if it's going to come back.
This interview. I did not hear it, but I saw this interview.
Yeah.
And I looked up in my instant, you know, like, I may perhaps provide some smart-ass commentary to video I cannot hear every day. Mm-hmm. And oh, look, they're interviewing somebody's grandma. Like, is he turning into an elderly woman? Like, or whoever made him up for this interview?
I didn't see him in the interview.
Oh, you don't have a picture of him from the interview?
No.
Because
it's just got a picture of him. He's in a suit in the picture that accompanies his article.
Oh no, that's not. No,
yeah.
It was from Good Morning. Hold on, let me see if I can find a picture.
That says it's him on
from last week.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking at a similar one too. I mean, it's mostly the hair. He's
Those
got
big blue glasses.
The big glasses and the hair.
And that hair.
Yeah.
He looks like somebody's butch fucking grandma from like the 80s.
Right. Not even butch. Like, just old ladies get their hair cut and they're like, I don't care anymore. I'm sick of dealing with long hair. Give me the short old lady cut.
Yeah. He's turning into an old English woman.
Oh, he says, I am healing. Okay. But it's an extremely slow process and will take some time before sight returns to the impacted eye.
I feel the ensemble really isn't helping him either, because it's just like a brown shirt with a collar and then a white T-shirt underneath.
Yeah.
He looks like a Midwest
that kind
lady.
Of shapeless.
Like he was possibly...
Yeah. He's on his way out to Target.
Like, this is a throwback reference here, but he's definitely an extra. He was like a cutting room floor interview from like Making a Murderer.
Yeah.
Like one of the... Like, that's the look he's got going.
Did you hear about the martial law in South Korea?
Like Marshall Mathers?
Yeah. Oh, that's right. Marshall Mathers, his mom died.
He's got his own law now?
R.I.P. Debbie.
Yes. Do Percocet in heaven now.
Yeah. You get anything you want in heaven. It's just one big Percocet pill you can gnaw on.
All the pills you want.
You ever hear Father Guido Sarducci talking about going to heaven? He's
probably
like, anything you want is in heaven. He's like, you want breakfast any time of the day. Then the eggs, they're so huge. They're size of dinner plates, the eggs. And I don't know, it's more of a vibes type of thing.
Yeah.
It's not like he had jokes you could tell. It's just this guy in a ridiculous accent going on and on about breakfast in heaven.
The bacon is so huge.
Yeah.
What were we looking up?
So, South Korea.
Oh, martial law.
Yeah, there was martial law apparently. It didn't last long. It was like a couple hours. I guess they've got a lame duck president that's very unpopular at the moment, and I don't even know why. For some reason, he declared martial law like early in the morning.
No, fuck it, martial law. Wife wouldn't give him any.
He was overruled.
Shocking.
But yeah, I actually I heard about it I was on Reddit looking up shit on Helldivers 2, the video game, and some dude was talking about he was playing with a guy in South Korea. And he's like, all of a sudden his guy stopped moving. And then he said, martial law's just been declared in my country. I got to go check on my parents. And then just left.
Damn.
And I'm like, what? So then I got on, I started Googling and I'm like, oh shit. Yeah, sure enough. I guess it only lasted a couple hours and everything's fine. Not really sure what's going on there.
Man, you do that here though. That could have been a rough couple hours. Everybody's armed.
Yeah. Oh, and fucking Biden pardoning his son. Thanks a lot, dillweed. Fucking, like, what's, I don't know. After Joe Biden's out of office, do you think anybody's going after Hunter Biden anyway? Like, we didn't give a shit about him before. We don't give a shit about him afterwards. We only gave a shit when his dad was the president.
To me, it just illustrates the one thing I've not liked about the Democrats since I was a kid. They tell you they're better than everybody else, and no, you're fucking not. Like, you act like you're better than everybody else, and at the end of the day, no, you're fucking not. You're the guy who was, because that's what all I heard today was, and I heard the clips of how many times nobody is above the law. That was the man that was saying nobody is above the law.
Yeah. And he was talking about Trump.
Is that my kid?
Yep. Yeah. This fucking shit, man.
Well, to be fair, the public opinion on the gun charge is that was bullshit. Like, there's tons of people that if they wanted to.
Is that what he got pardoned on, was a gun charge?
Well, he got pardoned on everything.
Right.
But, they did this move.
What did they really have on him? Like, having guns and drugs?
question 10, and when you federal background check, or not 10, question, I forget.
Oh, yeah, I remember this, yeah.
Yeah. Are you addicted to drugs? Are you currently addicted to drugs?
Yeah, so he lied to the feds. Oh,
Well, no, his dumbass wrote a book that said I was on drugs during the period where he bought the gun.
Yeah.
Like, he gave them evidence.
Right.
Like, but, yeah, most people agree, like, yeah, most people agree, like, yeah, everyone lies on that. Because no weed smokers would own guns.
Right.
But, yeah, no, the tax thing. Well, it came out that reason why he came out in September and was like, yeah, whatever. Yeah, the just pled guilty for the tax thing because he knew this was coming.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I'm sure.
Mm-hmm. But I guess what's rustling a lot of people's feathers, too, is he's pulling what Ford did with Nixon. Is he's going, this goes back to 2014, and it's a blanket for everything. So even if they go back to 2014 and they find more shit, the pardon will cover it.
Oh.
That's what's rustling even people in his own party's feathers. Like that he did that.
Right, which just tells you that there's something else.
I got a theory. I have a theory that the war in Ukraine will be over by the end of February.
Yeah?
I got a feeling he's been protecting his fucking business interests there for 3 fucking years. And as soon as he's out of power, it'll be crazy. By the end of February, the troops are coming home.
Yeah. It sounds like, as much as this is really the situation in Ukraine that Russia started has not been good for Russia, they're not just going to walk away. When the dust settles on this, Russia's carving out a piece of the Ukraine. I think it's going to happen. And it seems like the experts think it's going to happen. And I don't see how, because like, even if Putin dies tomorrow, Russia's suddenly going to change, become a different country? No. Like, they're not just going to, they may have been hurt by this. They may have had to have North Korea help them fight this. But they're still a huge fucking country full of a lot of people. So.
That is true.
So, yeah, somebody's going to have to call it on this. And it really does come down to us because we're funding so much of it. So you're probably right.
He is the big guy.
You're probably right that Trump will just end this. Find some way to just settle this. Or not even that. Just stop funding it and let them figure it out for themselves.
I don't know anyone at Burisma. War's over. Or at least we're done helping.
Yeah. Yeah. That's Trump's new motto. War is over if you want it.
Right.
He loves music.
Yeah. By the
loves
way,
music.
Told you, Matt Gaetz knew that shit was coming.
Gone. Yeah.
Like I said, with half of these nominations, my reaction to half of them is like, yeah, okay.
Right. Well, they said, yeah. Trump says to Matt Gaetz, you want to be my DA? And he's like, fuck yeah, I do, bro. And then fucking Congress they pull out their flashlight and they're like, all right, bend over. And he's like, never mind.
No, I forget where I read it. I think it was Time Magazine said that was possibly Trump playing 4D chess to get him fucking out of there. To just.
Yeah.
Because now.
Maybe.
Because he resigned from Congress.
Right.
And he's got no plans on going. So that could have been like a 4D move from Trump to be like, this guy's got.
Yeah, but.
Too much stink on him.
He's a fucking bootlick. And Trump loves bootlicks. Why would he want to get rid of Matt Gaetz?
Because he's got too much
baggage?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe, but I don't know. Show me where he's done anything close to that before, right? All these claims of when Trump plays 4D chess are unproven.
He's got a different person. Recall that he's got that chick now that he made his chief of staff who was running his election.
Sure.
He's got a different person running the behind the scenes for him.
Yeah.
He doesn't have.
So he's got better people now than he did 8 years ago.
Yeah. He doesn't have.
You think?
He doesn't have Bannon. Well, I'm saying he might have better political minds.
I guess it's possible.
He doesn't have people like Bannon. He doesn't have that Lewandowski guy whose motto was "Let Trump be Trump."
Yeah, but we'll see. But no, no one's been able to prove to me that in any situation Trump has played anything close to 4D chess. He is a vibes man. He ran on vibes. He won on vibes.
Fair enough. I cannot dispute that.
I'm not, I can't take away his power to win because clearly, you're president again. Hats off to you. You're obviously doing something right for some people, but that he's operating on a level above, no, he's not. He is what you get. And that's why people like him. Well, the people who do like him.
They mocked him for McDonald's and the garbage truck, but what was he doing? He was out there with the working folks.
Yeah. He's saying, I can vibe with you.
Yeah. People were teeing off on him for it, but people in his camp saw, oh, look, he was out.
Worked.
Yeah, he was out there, like I said, slinging fries and.
But can we stop saying landslide? That's all I wanted. That's all I want for the next 4 years. Mandate and landslide are off the table. This is the closest election in I don't know how long. And Trump didn't get any more votes than he got 8 years ago. It's just that Kamala couldn't get as many votes as Biden did. That's why she lost. There weren't people flipping. There were no flippers to Trump's side. They stayed with him and they won this time. It's not a fucking mandate. The whole country doesn't want something out of this. Most of us who didn't, the majority of the country who didn't vote for Trump, just want these next 4 years to go by without a nuclear incident, and then we will sleep soundly.
Well, 4 already did.
Yeah. Yeah, the 4 where he had something to prove. These are the 4 where he doesn't. So, I don't know. But we've gotten too far into politics this week. Time to call this podcast
into the political weeds, so to speak. And at the Weedsman 420 on social media is where you find us. You can also find all the shows, every single one of them, at ChristopherMedia.net. It's got a PayPal button there if you want to help us out. And another way to help us out is wherever you listen to the show, rate it, review it, help other people find it. Please and thank you. And, stay high. And stay warm.
Stay high and peaceful.
Thank you for visiting ChristopherMedia.net.
When looking for the one, we all want something different. Some want reliability, others look for excitement. Some like stylish, others go for sporty, compact, or cargo space. You know we're talking about your perfect BMW certified vehicle, right? With 100% genuine BMW parts, the BMW certified warranty, and a nationwide dealer network, your ultimate match might just be the ultimate certified machine.
Take advantage of exceptional offers on all 2019 through 2022 models.
Listen up, folks. Time could be running out to lock in a historic yield at Public.com. As of September 23rd, 2024, you can lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account. But here's the thing. The Federal Reserve just announced a big rate cut, and the plan is for more rate cuts this year and in 2025 as well. That's good news if you're looking to buy a home, but it might not be so good for the interest you earn on your cash. So, if you want to lock in a 6% or higher yield with a diversified portfolio of high yield and investment-grade bonds, you might want to act fast. The good news? It only takes a couple of minutes to sign up at Public.com. And once you lock in your yield, you can earn regular interest payments even as rates decline. Lock in a 6% or higher yield with a bond account at Public.com. But hurry, your yield is not locked in until you invest. Brought to you by Public Investing, member FINRA and SIPC. Yield to worst is not guaranteed. Not an investment recommendation. All investing involves risk. Visit Public.com/disclosures for more info.